Bernard is a very fun commander. I like Bernard. I've been playing Bernard a lot recently, and every time I do, I have a big ball. But the thing about any kind of commander that makes tokens is that eventually you're gonna probably go pretty wide. And once you've gone pretty wide, people have to say, how do we get rid of all of those tokens? And eventually somebody's gonna whip out the big old board wipe, right? Take out all your tokens at the same time. Yeah, maybe you get a couple of Bernard triggers on the way out, but even then, still probably better for you to lose all of those tokens. But what if I said there's a fun piece of insurance that I can give you? Because Bernard cares about a non-token creature you control dying. You exile it, you make a token. So how do we want to disincentivize our opponents from casting board wipes? Natural Affinity. I've said this before for Merkle. If you're running Merkle, run Natural Affinity. But Natural Affinity says all lands become 2/2 creatures until end of turn. They are still lands. Meaning that if our opponent chooses to wipe the board for 3 mana at instant speed, we can say, hey, listen, every single land in play is now a creature. You have blown up every single land. But all of my lands that were creatures, I can exile from my graveyard to create food copies of them. So I still have all of my mana, maybe even double if I have out a doubling season, anointed procession, whatever. But you are left with nothing. You've blown up all your lands, and that's on you. And once you've established that at least one time, people will always second guess if they should wipe the board when you have that 3 mana up. They would rather you cast a Teferi's Protection. And if you don't want people to get salty, only ever cast this when your opponent casts a board wipe, right? Don't do it yourself. If you do it yourself, it's too easy. That's a whole thing. You want to do it because you want to be able to blame your opponent for everything that happened. You say, oh, you got rid of them all. Oh, and my bad. Put that green goop on my head.